Hi everyone, we're still on page 113 and we're moving on to multiplication with meters and kilometers and division with meters and kilometers. So if you look at question 3, they put the two types together. So they used to be separated like this, and now they've done the two types together and they've done them in a line instead of as a sum. So that's fine. All that means is that we turn it into a sum ourselves. Remember, there is an explanation up on the top for multiplication and division, but I'm going to show you on my board as well. So this is the two types that are in the multiplication version. So I just wrote out 3 kilometers 120 meters multiplied by 5, which is something similar to 3 kilometers 150 meters multiplied by 5. So to write that as a sum, you write it like this. Keep the kilometers and the meters separate with a big gap again. Okay, and put in multiply here. So 5 multiplied by 0, 5 groups of 0, that gives me 0. 5 multiplied by 2, so 2 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 2, it's going to give me 10. Put down my 0 and carry my 1. 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 1 gives me 5, plus 1 gives me 6. Now I know I'm allowed to have 3 numbers over on this side, but even if I forgot about it, the number is 6, so there's actually nothing to carry over anyway. And then I've got 5 multiplied by 3, which, just to show you how to figure that out using your tables, you go 5, 10, 15. So we got 15 and put it here, and then I put kilometers, meters. And then I did the same sum down here with the decimal point version. So it is similar to this one, for example. So this was the sentence that it asked me, 3.12 kilometers multiplied by 5. I write it out like this. Put in my multiplication sum. And I'm going to put kilometers at the end. I'm going to keep it in the same place for the answer. And then 5 groups of 2 is going to give me 10. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Decimal point in the same place. And then 5 multiplied by 3 gives me 15. So my answer is 15.60 kilometers, which means the same as this. But it's just two different ways of doing it. Now, I'm going to move on to division. I used 2 separate sums this time, 2 different ones. And I'm going to first explain this type of one. So where it has kilometers and meters and dividing by 5. So in the book, it says to do it this way, which you can if you want, but I would advise you then when you're finished to put km, m. I think it's easier to have them in the whole time. That it looks a bit mad, but it's up to you. You can do it either way. So 5 into 5 for division, it fits 1. So remember, think of feet and shoes. 5 fits into 5 once, and I've nothing left over. So 1, and I'm going to keep the km in the same place. 5 fits into 2, 0 times, because 2 is too small. So I put up a 0 and I carry over the 2. I didn't use it. Now 5 fits into 25. Let's check with my tables. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 5 times. And then 5 fits into 0. 0 times. Keep my m in the same place. And my answer is 1 kilometer and 50 meters. If you had have done it the other way, where you put the km and the m up here, for example, before you did your sum, you would have just ended up with this. And all you would have had to do is put in the km for kilometers and the m for meters at the end. Same answer though. So it's up to you if you want to have them there the whole time or have them up the top and put them in at the end. And then the other type of division sum is with decimals. So that is similar to, let's say, the ones in question 5. See, they've got decimals. And it's like a sentence type sum where it's going across and we need to change it to be like a proper sum. So I'm going to rub that out. And it is 3 into 3.75 kilometers. So 3 fits into 3 once perfectly. So I have nothing to carry over. Keep my decimal point in the same place. 3 fits into 7. Let's check with our tables. 3, 6, 9. Okay, no, that's too big. Let's try it again. 3, 6. Okay, that will do. It fits into 6 twice. And then I've got 1 left over, because if I count from 6 up to 7, there's only 1 left over. And then 3 into 15. I'm going to do my tables again. Or maybe I'll do groups this time. People who don't know their tables, I'll do groups. So I'm trying to get 3 into 15. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so fit into 15 perfectly. Let me check how many times. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups. So fit in 5 times. And I keep my kilometer in the same place. And my answer is 1.25 kilometers.